Hey guys, it's Melissa here from melissaoatman.com. Welcome to Awaken Your Inner Awesomeness, a daily podcast devoted to spirituality and self-help. If you're new, I want to welcome you. If you're returning, welcome back. So today I wanted to talk to you on this last day of this decade. It is the last day of 2019. We are moving into a new year, a new decade, 2020. And I wanted to talk to you about not giving up hope. I see so many people who are followers of my podcast. You friended me on Facebook, and I see your lives. I see you guys moving throughout your day-to-day lives. And I see posts of discouragement sometimes. And I know that you guys are all trying. Everyone is just trying to be the best version of themselves. You're doing the work, you're meditating, you're tapping, you're putting in all of the work. I see it. But I also see the discouragement in your post when things happen that kind of knock you off balance. And I've been there. I've had things happen to me. Life will be going great, and then all of a sudden it's like something happens that just throws me for a loop. And I've learned, the more I've opened up to spirituality and the more I've become awakened, I've learned not to let those things get to me. But I remember before I was awakened, I remember that things would really bother me to the point that I would lose sleep at night over stupid things that really didn't even amount to much. And maybe they did at the time, but later on as time progressed, it would be something that really didn't make a dent in my life. But I spent so much time and energy upset and worried and thinking about it, just going back over and over it in my mind. Whether it was something that just happened to me suddenly, or even if it was something that I really wanted to see for my life and I didn't see it happening. I don't know if you're like me, but when I see something kind of stale or stagnant in my life, I go to my cards. And I am a type of person who I will draw cards like 50 times and be like, nope, I don't like that answer, so I do it again, which isn't really how your cards are supposed to work. But I'm so self-doubting sometimes, much more in the past than I am now. But I used to be that person who would draw a card and say, okay, well, how's it going to turn out? And I didn't like the answer, so I'd shuffle it again and do it again. And, until I got the response that I kind of could live with. And that's not really how the universe works, right? We're supposed to be getting these messages to help us. But the point is that we aren't supposed to be obsessing over any one thing in our lives. When we get into the flow of life, we don't bother with obsession over anything. And there are so many things in our lives that we could really just micromanage and take a look at through a microscope and say, well, I didn't do that right. I should have done that better. That's not what it's about. And the universe just wants you to live a happy and fulfilled life. And you can't do that if you're constantly questioning life or you're constantly wondering, where are my blessings? And I've talked in the past few days a lot about setting your intentions and manifesting, but I think it is such an important thing to do for this new year. And if you happen to miss out on my energy clearing and manifesting intentions, you can still get in. I recorded the session tonight, or last night, I should say. I recorded the session, and you can still go and watch it. If you want to go and watch this intention setting, energy clearing, you can just go to the PayPal link, and that will be in the description to the podcast. Pay $5, and you can watch the recording. Now, it was more when you watched the live because you were live with me, and I was pulling cards for people and doing things for people, so you get more out of it when you were there live, but you can still get something out of it if you watch the recording. So don't worry if you missed out. If you feel like you really want to do something to set off 2020 on the right track, right path, you can just click on the PayPal link in the description to this podcast, pay $5 and you can go watch the recording, and you can do everything along with the recording. And the great thing is you can pause it if you need to. But what I wanted to really talk to you about today is not giving up hope. When I did my little meditation that I always do before I do the podcast, and I said, what do people really need to hear? The message I got was not to give up hope. I know that there are so many people out there listening to this podcast who have dreams in their heart, and they aren't seeing anything happen in the 3D. And you're on this point of giving up. I know you are. I can feel it. And the universe is saying these people are so close to giving up, but they're asking you not to. Because what I'm getting is that there's so much going on behind the scenes that you haven't been able to see. You see stagnation. You see nothing happening. That's what it looks like to you in the 3D. But I'm telling you that in the 5D, the universe is doing so much behind the scenes on your behalf to help you. And I know you can't see it, and I know it's frustrating. It's really frustrating, and I get that. I'm one of those people. Patience was one of the things I remember when I first started going through my awakening. They were like, okay, what's one of the lessons you really need to learn? And I said, okay, I really need to learn patience, God. God, you need to teach me patience. And then I just got to the point where I was like, okay, God, I've got this patience thing down. Like, you've made me wait for a lot of things. I'm done. I get this. I was so frustrated that I felt like I was being made to wait for everything. Like, I was learning patience. But the point was that I was also needing to learn to trust. I was needing to learn to trust that God had my back, that my whole spiritual team was working on things behind my back, things I couldn't even see. And do you know how many times this year things have happened where I was like, I've been praying for this for a long time and I'm about to give up, and then all of a sudden things would appear and I'm like, I was ready to give up. I was ready to give up. In my old job, I got to the point where I just didn't think I could drive an hour each way again. I would wake up and I would be on my way to work and I was like, God, I don't think I can do this anymore. I just don't think I can do this. I like my job. It's not that I don't like my job. I love the people I work with. I love my students. It's not that, but I just can't take this traffic. And traffic was getting worse because I swear to you, they were closing like every bridge, everywhere I had to go. There was a week I had to be rerouted that took 10 extra minutes to get to work. And I was just at that point where I was like, God, I don't think I can do this anymore. And then all of a sudden a job landed to me that was 5 minutes from home. And there was a point with my son where I was just like, I don't know what's going to happen, but I don't know what to do, and his grades and everything, I don't know what to do. And he got all A's on his finals this semester. All A's. I was blown away by his grades. What he was trying to do. My point is that we can get to the point where we're like, God, what? I don't understand. It's not happening. It's not going to happen. You can get to that point, and it's so easy to allow yourself to run out of patience and to get to the point where you think this isn't going to happen. It's not happening. And the universe is telling you, don't do it. It doesn't mean stop your life. What it means is, I have faith that it's happening, and I'm going to continue moving forward knowing that it's on its way. We don't stop our lives for anything. We continue moving forward. We put our intentions out there, and we know that the universe is working on our behalf behind the scenes. But it also tells us that there are things happening that we can't see. Our human eyes can't see it. And I can tell you that my human brain and eyes and whatever else couldn't see what was happening. But I knew somewhere deep within, I knew that things were happening. I couldn't tell you why I knew that. I saw nothing happening in the physical. There was nothing happening in the physical. But I just felt this urge that I needed to just keep going, to have faith, stay the course, be patient. Things are happening. And little did I know they were. And when you want to see things happening in your life, a lot of it is about trust, but also visualization. I love visualization because for me, when I can visualize something, for example, in my mind, if I want to see myself in a better job, in a better position, doing something better, and I visualize myself doing that, having that, being that, then the feelings sort of follow. And I don't know if you're like me, maybe it's the opposite for you, but for me, like I visualize it and then all these feelings of excitement, just so ready for this, appreciation, gratitude, excitement, love, all of that come flowing to me. And when you want to manifest things, that's what you need to be in that state of. You need to be in a state of feeling what it would be like if you had that already, because it is already yours. The universe says it's already yours. But we have to get into that state of being open to receiving and believing that we deserve it. And the one thing that will stop you every time from that is fear. If you're afraid, if you feel like you're not good enough, if you feel like that can't happen, it won't happen, that will block you every time from your abundance. And I am someone who still struggles with that. I still struggle with self-doubt from time to time. I know in my mind's eye what is possible. And yet sometimes I myself am blocking my own abundance because I have that fear in the back of my head that says, what if it doesn't happen? But I know that it's meant for me. Like it's already been written for me. It was written way before I came here. And I just have to get out of my own way and get out of my head and tell fear to go, you know what? The other F word, get out of the way, leave, and realize that I am perfectly capable of anything I want to see in my life. I'm capable of achieving it. And you are too. And the things that you want to see in your life are absolutely available to you, and they were promised to you long before you came here. It's your birthright. The only thing that is stopping you is you, just as the only thing that ever stops me is me. And I'm just like you. Every once in a while, I need someone to come along and kick me in the butt and tell me that I'm being ridiculous and that I need to get over myself and just do it. And I have my friends who do that for me. I have my listeners who will send me messages and be like, you know what? I just feel like you need to hear this. And they're right. Because I'm a human being too. I am not perfect. I'm still a work in progress and I always will be. And I still need to hear that from time to time. Just as you need to hear, and you need to be reminded that you can do anything you put your mind to. Anything. You're even capable of things you've never dreamed of or imagined because the universe says, we trust you. We have these beautiful plans for you. Now just get out of our way so we can let it all unfold for you. They're doing things. They're aligning us with people who can help us. They're putting us on our path. They're bringing in blessings. And we just need to stop giving up hope. We need to keep the hope alive. We need to continue to believe that things are working out for us, even when we can't see it. And we need to understand that there is a plan for us that is far greater than anything we could have ever imagined. We tend to think too small. I see this all the time, and it just, in the grand scheme of things, it always makes me laugh when I think about how infinite the universe is and how powerful the universe is. But people will say, I'm manifesting $1,000 today. And when I see that, I think that's so cute. Because we would all love to have $1,000, an extra $1,000. Who wouldn't love that? But I think that that's so small on the scale of what the universe can do for us. The universe wants us to have so much more than we ever think we deserve. And it's only ourselves. We're only limited by our egos and by what we think we deserve. And we have to start thinking on a bigger scale. And I think the most important lesson is just to remember that if it's for your highest good, the universe is always going to bring it to you. I know that in my life, one of the things that I have always suffered from was a fear of abandonment, which stemmed from childhood. And that's one of the lessons that I have been tasked with learning throughout my life. And one of the things that I have learned is that our rejection is really God's protection. When you remember that, and I know that saying it is a lot easier than going through it. I get that because I've been there myself. But every time I've realized that when I've been rejected for things, it was for my highest good. It was because the things that I was involved in, whether it was a job, a relationship, whatever, it wasn't for my highest good because I wasn't going to be treated or I wasn't being treated the way I should have. When it's for a job, it was always that the position wasn't going to be the right thing, the coworkers were not great. When it was for a relationship, it was because I wasn't being treated well and the universe said, hey, you're being treated like this person's putting in half-ass energy and not full energy and you deserve the best. So you need to get out of there. And knowing me, as the universe does, I wouldn't leave a situation because I just tended to stay, to be a people pleaser, and I had to change my ways with that. I had to realize that if I wanted to be treated better, I had to realize that I deserved to be treated better, and I had to do something about that. So I did a lot of research. I took a whole course on relationships, and it was like a psychology course on relationships and what healthy relationships should look like, which is why when I say to you, if you want to work with me and do coaching, if you've had bad relationships, I understand them inside out now. I studied a whole course about it, and I was a psychology major anyway in college, so I've learned all of this stuff. And I understand every single thing that I was doing wrong. And a lot of you who are out there who listen to me, you guys are the same way. It's like, and I always have people who contact me and say, oh my gosh, it's like we're best friends or we're related or something. It's like you are me because we've lived the same kind of life. I understand. That's why people relate to me, is because they've gone through a lot of the same things that I have. And that's why I'm telling you I can help you, because I've made every mistake there is. And I know what I've done wrong and how to fix it. And so I can help you in that area too. But the universe is saying you deserve so much, so much. And all of the things you're putting out there, the universe wants to give you. But you've got to keep the faith, and you've got to have hope, and you've got to just keep going, knowing and trusting that the universe is working. So many times people are telling me, I want to give up. I just want to give up. I don't see anything happening. And I get it. I've been there too. I've been there at the midnight hour when it's time, you're done. You're so tired and you're not seeing anything and you just really want to give up. And I've been there. I've been at the edge of that race where I'm on my hands and knees crawling because I just can't run to that finish line anymore. And I'm here to tell you not to give up. Because just on the other side of that, you've worked so hard, you've been determined, you've done all of these things. There's a beautiful reward waiting for you. The universe does not do nothing. You know what I mean? They've seen your hard work. The universe has seen all that you've done, and they are willing to help you. And you are going to be rewarded for all of your hard work. But this is the universe telling you, please don't give up. Don't give up. It's so easy to quit. Don't quit. Don't quit. Your miracles are just around the corner. And the universe is saying, we're behind you. We're behind you 2,000%. We're behind you. We're the cheerleaders telling you not to give up. And when you feel like you're at that quitting point, the universe says, just take a rest. Take a rest and then keep going, because we're there. It takes time sometimes for your manifestations to come to life because there are a lot of people involved in it. It doesn't mean it's not going to happen. It means that you've got to keep going, keep trusting, have faith. You are almost there. And this is your message from the universe. I didn't make this up. I said, what do the people need to hear? And what I got was, don't give up hope. You're almost there. Keep going. You've got this. I love that. I really love that message. And I'm so glad that that was the message they gave to everyone. And as we are going into this new decade, what a beautiful message. Keep going. Have hope. We're right behind you. It's just around the corner. Your miracle is out there. And I think that there's no better way to start the new year with knowing that awesome things are coming to you. And they are. I have no doubt about that. I have no doubt about that. Well, guys, I wanted to pull a card for you today. So I pulled a card from my Divine Whispers deck. And the card that I got is I Surrender. I can't make this stuff up. I pull the card after I had the topic. I don't go through and pick it. I just get what comes out, and this is what came out. And it is a lot about what we were talking about, because you have to totally surrender. Surrender the how, the why, the when, the where, all the need to control. You've got to surrender that. And when you do, the universe is like, we're here, we're rewarding you, you trusted us. So your card is I Surrender. It's time to surrender the outcome of a particular situation. When you let go of control and realize that the universe has your back, you will experience immense peace. You can't control how or when things show up because it will happen in divine timing. So forget the how for now. When we try to control how and when things show up, we are allowing fear to step in. Fear often makes a mess of things. Simply breathe, relax, and trust in the awesome power of the universe. You are in good hands. And your daily mantra for this card is, I am divinely guided and protected. The universe is working behind the scenes on my behalf. Everything is working out perfectly for me. I love that. And once again, if you did not get to join the Energy Clearing Live and you would still like to do it, you can pay $5 if you click on the PayPal link in the description to this podcast, or go to Facebook and there should be a link there too. You can get access to the recorded energy clearing from last night, and I can't recommend it enough. I did this last year. I did it with someone else. I did an energy clearing, and it was amazing. I felt so much lighter afterwards. I felt so at peace, and then I sent my manifestations out, and I can tell you that many of them came true. And I am just looking forward to all of them coming true this year. I can't wait. I'm super excited. And I hope that you decide to just join and to do this, because it's definitely going to make you feel better. It's great to set your intentions for the new year. Also, New Year is a great time to really start on yourself and the new you that you want to be. So if you would like some coaching, you can work with me one-on-one. I have many services I can offer you. Coaching is just one of them. I do Reiki, I do readings, I also do past life regression. Or if you feel like you're being called to be an energy healer, I also have a Reiki course. It is part online, part hybrid. I call it hybrid. It's part online, and then you also meet with me. And so you go through the course materials on your own, but then we meet to discuss any questions, to go over how Reiki works, and then I also do a live attunement with you. But it's all done on your own time, so it's very convenient, and also you will get the most out of it for you. All of my services you can check out on my website, melissaoatman.com. You can pay on my website, or if you'd like to, most people just want to contact me and then I send them an invoice, that's fine too. To set up your session, you will need to contact me. All of my contact information is in the description to the podcast. It doesn't matter how you contact me. Anyways, perfect. I hope that you guys have a beautiful new year. As always, if you like this podcast, please share it with others. Please subscribe. That helps others find me. And don't forget to follow me on social media, where I offer live or recorded card readings every week. So I hope that you guys have a beautiful, beautiful new year. Enjoy the time with your friends and family, or even just time spent alone. Put out your manifestations, your intentions, and I hope 2020 will be a beautiful year for you. Thank you for being with me in 2019, and I hope you will continue to be with me in 2020. I love you guys. I am sending you so much love and light, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.